strong and free. Africa is our own motherland, fashioned with and blessed by God's good hands. Let us, all our people, join as one, brothers under the sun, all one, strong and free. One land and one nation is our cry. Dignity and peace meet Zambia's skies, like a noble eagle in his flight. Zambia, praise to thee, oh one, strong and free. Praise be to God, praise be, bless our great nation, Zambia, Zambia. Free men we stand, under the flag of our land, Zambia, praise to thee, oh one, strong and free.
We'll now have a prayer from Mr. Daniel. Let us pray. Our God and our Father, we thank you for this opportunity that we have to be in this place. We thank you that everyone is here. We thank you for the agenda of this marathon. Father God, we put this marathon in your hands. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ we pray. Amen. You may take your seats. The Honorable Minister of Youth, Sport and Arts, Mr. Elvis Nkandu, the Permanent Secretary, Lusaka Province, Engineer Joe Kalusa, and the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of Wonderful Group of Companies, Mr. Roy Mwamba, Senior Management and Staff of Wonderful Group, distinguished partners, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody to our marathon press briefing. My name is Chikondi Banda and I will be your Director of Programs today. So for those that are coming to Wonderful Group of Companies for the very first time, welcome to Wonderful Group, and those that have been here, welcome back to Wonderful Group. For those of us that do not know us, we are a group of companies, and under Wonderful Group of Companies we have Marco Polo Towels for that perfect finish. We also have Wonderful Industry in Packaging Solutions. We have a Silk Farm in Impika, and also we have United Capital Fertilizer, which is Fertilizer Yapazet. At this point, I'll just invite the Deputy CEO of the group, Mr. Roy Mwamba, to give us his welcoming remarks.
The Minister of Sports, Honorable Elvis Nkandu, and guest of honor of our function this morning. Permanent Secretary for the prestigious province of Lusaka, Engineer Joe Kalusa, representing the Minister. The Chairperson of ZAM, distinguished guests, the Wonderful Group management and staff, ladies and gentlemen, may I simply say you're welcome. And let me not forget our friends and colleagues, the press, who have come to cover us. Honorable Minister, on behalf of the wonderful group of companies whose subsidiaries our Master of Ceremonies have outlined here, I wish to thank you most sincerely for taking time to honor us by being part of this very, very important occasion in the calendar of the wonderful group, its existence in the country. Maybe just to give a synoptic of where we are coming from as a wonderful group of companies. This year, one of our flagship company, Wonderful Industry, popularly known as Wonderful Sealing, commenced 15 years ago. And today, this year, we shall celebrate our 15 years anniversary. And what we witnessed today, Honorable Minister, is part of the lined up activities as we move towards the celebration of the 15th anniversary of the wonderful group of companies' existence in Zambia. Over the past 15 years, Honorable Minister, the group has developed exponentially. What started as manufacturing of sealing, which is popularly known as Wonderful Sealing, diverted into several production lines. And today, Honorable Minister, when I look on the opposite side of where you're sitting, the gentlemen you are seeing there, most of them are from finance. They tell me that in Wonderful Industry, sealing only contributes about 5% of the revenue. The 95% of revenue are other products. So Wonderful Industry, that began as the first and pioneer production of sealing, PVC sealing. Now we are the biggest producer of polypropylene bags in Central Africa. We are producing seed bags for almost all the seed companies, and for Bayer, formerly Monsanto, we are doing it for 11 countries where they exist. So we are the market leader and producers of polypropylene bags. We have now even diversified to produce 1-tonner bags, which are used for bulk packaging. I think most of us that have gone to the ports, imports, especially of sulfur and more other concentrates, are packed in bulk packaging, 1-tonner bags. Most of those are produced here in Zambia by Wonderful Industry. Further, Honorable Minister, our lady talked about the perfect finish, which is Marco Polo towels, where we are stepping, and you have seen that we have done a lot of adverts. Even the walls here in this building, we have towels. We are the pioneers of porcelain towels. And we are proud to indicate that Marco Polo Towels is the leader in Africa of production of porcelain towels. And our biggest market is South Africa. And you know, when you export into South Africa, it means the quality is validated. And fortunately, Honorable Minister, and your entourage, South Africa cannot produce porcelain towels. They only do ceramic towels. So we have penetrated that market. Thirdly, Honorable Minister, we also have the flagship silk production. I think this year, all things being equal, next month, April, is a hive of activities for our group. We shall be celebrating another export, first export of silk out of Zambia. So this is another momentous occasion, Honorable Minister, and we shall extend an invitation to you so that Zambia now stands on the map of exporting silk out of Zambia. We rear silkworms, and we have 6,500 hectares plantation of mulberry. Other than silk, Honorable Minister, our operation, we are cognizant of the fact that now ESG is in thing. At the level of our operation, we need to meet the environmental, social, and governance regulations. And we are using the 6,500 hectares of a plantation for carbon netting. And as a group, we can safely indicate to you, Honorable Minister, that we are green cognizant and we operate green. Further, always the last born sometimes makes a lot of noise, but it's temporal. United Capital Fertilizer is a temporal last born in our operation, making waves in Africa because we are supplying our fertilizer to all our neighboring countries except Angola, which discussion we are in now because of logistics. The cost of logistics to Angola is a bit high. However, we are in talks to see how we can utilize other modes of transportation to ensure that our fertilizer reaches there. We are on the 26th of April, marking 3 years from the commencement of construction of the urea and ammonia plant, and that day we shall witness the first production of urea in Central Africa. Why 26th? On the 26th of April 2023, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, laid the foundation stone for the construction of the urea plant. And 3 years down the line, we shall witness the production of urea. And that plant, Honorable Minister, comes with power plant with a full capacity of 85 megawatts, and currently we are almost 80% there because production has not ramped up. Once we start urea, we intend to meet now our 85 megawatt capacity. 40 goes to the grid, 45 within our industrial park. We are also anticipating our investee company, Sinograde, to come online also next year, May, for production of phosphate. The first and ever production of phosphate in our country, and which we integrate now and grow the agriculture sector, because raw materials and input shall be determined by local production and local raw materials. So that's our journey, Honorable Minister, for the past 15 years. And to mark and validate this journey, we are honored by your presence here, Honorable Minister, and your entourage. This does not only indicate participation, but it validates your commitment as government, your commitment as quasi-government institutions to partner with private sector in ensuring that we develop our country. We opted to host this marathon because we also want to ensure that we have a healthy nation. And over and above a healthy nation, we have cognizant of a girl child. Like every society, we want a girl child to prosper. So this, Honorable Minister, is not only the launch of the marathon, but it's the confidence that your leadership, the confidence that the government has in ensuring that we associate with the development of a girl child. And we believe that your attendance in this room does not only present a platform of continuity and impact of what we are launching today, but also gives awareness that health is wealth and is wonderful. Honorable Minister, mine was just to give opening remarks and welcoming remarks, and without much ado, I want to again reiterate our gratefulness as the group for your attendance. Permanent Secretary representing the Minister of Lusaka, we want to recognize that you've taken care of us in your prestigious province, and we are adding value not only to Lusaka, but to Chilanga, where we launched an economical zone, an industrial park, with a pledge of $5 billion investment in the next 5 years. And on the 26th of April, we shall also have a groundbreaking for a 1.4 billion expansion of the urea and ammonia plant, which will come with it with another 200 megawatts of power. So what are we doing now? We are integrating industrialization and also creating solutions on the energy sector in our country. I want to thank you, Honorable Minister. I want to thank everyone who has come and wish you a pleasant stay. Thank you.
Another round of applause for the wonderful group. I think wonderful group is doing amazing things from the silk farm. And I was expecting people to clap when we said that we'll be having our first export of silk and Zambia will be on the map. So I think that calls for another round of applause. Indeed, wonderful group is leading the industries, and now we are just about to embark on the biggest marathon that you have seen in Zambia and also Africa. So at this point, I will just call upon Ms. Rachel Tanga, who's the head of the marathon project, who will just tell us more what the marathon is about, what it means, and why it matters. Let's put our hands together for Ms. Rachel Tanga.
A Kids Pickup Expo, a vibrant engagement platform where sponsors and brands will interact directly with the fitness community and participants as they collect their kits. It will create a space of visibility, activation, and meaningful connection before the race even begins. And after the race, we shall transition into the wonderful finish, an after-marathon celebration where sports meets culture and community. We will work hand in hand with the Zambia Association of Musicians to ensure that this celebration reflects the vibrancy and creative energy of our nation. Through live music performances, we shall celebrate not just the achievement, but the togetherness. For Wonderful Group, this is not a one-year gesture. It is the beginning of a movement designed to grow year after year. With government leadership present in here, and the associations in this room that represent Zambia across sport and the arts, we are confident that together we will build something that strengthens with time. For Wonderful Group, this is not the close of a 15-year chapter. It is the decision to move forward with greater balance, greater inclusion, and greater purpose. And so today we call on all of us, let us come out in numbers for the girl child, for the woman, and for Zambia. I thank you.
Another round of applause. If you heard Ms. Tanga right, she said after the marathon we will have a moment where we'll have live music, and that is why we decided to partner with the Zambia Association of musicians. And at this point, I will call upon the ZAM president, Mr. Brian Wembia. And Mr. Wembia, I think after the marathon, you can organize a march for us with the musicians. Wonderful group. I think it would be nice, right? We have a very strong team. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Wembia.
Good morning. Good morning. You're a bit too serious. I'm from the entertainment industry, so why don't we warm up with some music maybe? Can we sing together? Twabawina. Twabawina. Aha. Tuka mumayinsa. Nishimfula. And then there's that kapat. Mwabo. Mwabo. Nga. influencing and persuading those that follow us, our followers, our fans, to also live a healthy life. And a healthy life indeed is a happy life. And so we're looking forward to this wonderful initiative. And we are grateful to our mother ministry as well for always, pushing this important cause of wellness, sport, and also the work that is being done in terms of making sure that the sector, particularly the arts sector, moves from just being a social sector to becoming an economic sector. And as we interact with corporate entities like Wonderful Group, it simply shows that the work of the arts is being recognized by the corporate world. And so may I make this call to action to all corporate entities out there to emulate and take a leaf.
We know that it was a journey of 1,000 miles beginning. Took out all the words from my mouth. My only plea is I stand to represent all art forms of Zambia. So we commend Wonderful for teaming up with Zambia Association of Musicians, but we do have a lot of art forms that can still carry the message that you have for the marathon. To work with you, please partner with the other associations. We have a lot to offer. The artist, as Brian has said, we carry the biggest constituency in the country, and we have that influence to drive the agenda of the Wonderful Group of companies and government at the same time. So we truly thank you for this partnership. It's a partnership that's here to stay. We are there for you as you are there for us. As well, even our girls need support now. And
A round of applause for Mr. Bwembia and for Maureen Lilanda. I think it would be nice to see all forms of artists at the marathon. So, Mr. Bwembia, we're expecting a huge number of musicians from your association. Oh, great. Okay, no, we expect to see him as well. A round of applause. And at this point, I would just call upon the president of the Lusaka Fitness Squad to also just come and give his remarks.
The guest of honor this morning, Honorable Elvis Nkandu, Minister of Sport, the Permanent Secretary, Lusaka Province, representing the Minister, Engineer Joe Kalusa, the Deputy CEO for Wonderful Group, Mr. Roy Mwamba. Allow me to ride on other protocols observed and simply say, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. It is with immense pride and joy that I stand here before you as the President of the Lusaka Fitness Squad to officially launch the Wonderful Group Marathon under the powerful banner for the girl child, for the woman, and for Zambia. This marathon is more than a race. It is a movement. a movement that celebrates the strength, resilience, and potential for the Zambian girl child, a movement that honors the sacrifices and achievements of our women across the nation, and a movement that unites us all in the spirit of health, empowerment, and national pride. Running has always symbolized progress. Every stride forward is a step forward for a brighter future. Today, our strides carry a deeper meaning. They represent the fight for equality, the call for equal opportunity, and the promise of a Zambia where every girl child and every woman can rise to her full potential. We recognize that the girl child is the foundation of tomorrow's leaders, innovators, and caregivers. By investing in their future, in their education, their health, and empowerment, we invest in the future of Zambia. We recognize that the woman is the backbone of our communities, balancing critical roles as mothers, professionals, entrepreneurs, and change makers. By uplifting her voice and her strength, we uplift the nation. This marathon, therefore, is not just about kilometers covered. It's about breaking barriers. It's about showing that together we can run toward a Zambia where gender equality is not just a dream, but a reality. Where fitness and wellness and opportunity are accessible for everybody. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the wonderful not only for victory, but for vision, and not only for ourselves, but for generations to come. I thank you. Allow me just to invite the president of Zambia Athletics just for 2 minutes remark, as they are the regulators of all our running events in Zambia. Major Bernard Mwadia.
Thank you so much, President Katai for Lusaka Fitness. May I recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of Youth, Sport and Heart, Honorable Mwebantu MP Kaputa. He likes mentioning Kaputa when he's speaking. He mentioned the Permanent Secretary for Lusaka Province, Engineer Joe Kalusa, the directors from the Ministry of Sports and National Sports Council, represented here, the Deputy DG and CEO of Wonderful Group. May I say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen present here. As Zambia Athletics, we are humbled to stand before you today. Like the President has mentioned, we are the regulators of the marathons and the road races in Zambia. Our role is to ensure that all the races that are organized in this country are organized in a very conducive environment, also quality environment. Ladies and gentlemen, just to make mention a few just scenarios. Imagine you are running a marathon and there is no water. You're running a marathon, you've been told you'll be running 42 kilometers. And the road measurers, instead of measuring 42 kilometers, they have measured 56 kilometers. We'll find so many casualties, people dying. So this is where we come in as Zambia Athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me also just to briefly highlight the importance of the marathons. Marathons, they are not only there to promote health. We as organizers of these marathons, we ensure that we carry on the sport tourism. As you are aware, most of the people that will be coming to participate in the Wonderful Group Marathon, they're not only going to be coming from Lusaka. Most of them will come from different parts of the country, others outside Zambia, enhancing sport tourism. Also ensuring that economically, that enhancing the hospitality industry, the transport industry, even us as Zambia Athletics, we are using these events for talent identification, ensuring that we have a quality talent pool of athletes that can represent our country, promotion of unity. When you are running, you don't actually realize who you are running with. And also networking, visibility. As you are seeing today, we are all seeing Wonderful Group. This is actually promoting product activation. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few seconds, allow me to thank the Honorable Minister of Sport and also National Sports Council for continued guidance that they have continued to give to the Zambia Athletics. We have benefited the Honorable Minister for the guidance that you have continued to give us to Wonderful Group. Allow me also to thank you for coming up with this an initiative to do the product activation, to promote sport and unity, and also carrying this vision through the marathon. You could have chosen another sport, but you chose the marathon. To the musicians, my comrade Wembia and your entire team, we thank you for coming on board, and also Lusaka Fitness. We know that in terms of organizing these marathons, you've never failed us, and we are sure that this marathon will be one of the best marathons. I thank you.
Thank you so much. I was almost asking him just to give his closing remarks because he was just flowing with how he was thanking everybody. A round of applause for the president. And at this point, I will just call upon the PS for Lusaka Province, Engineer Joe Kalusa, to come and introduce our guest of honor.
Good morning, everyone. I would love to welcome you to Lusaka Province, where a wonderful group of company has taken over. They've taken over in that, one, we've given them land where they are doing their business. Two, every infrastructure you see in Lusaka, it has got towers made by a wonderful group of companies. It has got seating everywhere where we are constructing. Even the cement that we are, even the food, everything is a wonderful group of companies. Indeed, they are wonderful because they are good friends. Coming to Madam Maureen Rilanda, Madam, I was your fan. Because I no longer see you on the stage. Remember, you sang as Mumba, you sang as Mwana Wanga, Amama, Uchenjele, all those songs. We've been following you. Thank you that you are still on the stage. My colleague from Mukawe, whom I intended to deport for not knowing who the permanent secretary is, that song you sang, Twawa Winner, I last sang it in 1969. I don't know how old you were. And don't ask me how old I am, because I'll tell you how old I am. At this juncture, I would love just to welcome our able minister, very energetic, ever there, smiling, no dull moment with him. And this is no other than Honorable Minister of Youth and Sport and Art, Mr. Elvis Nkandu. I could have added another name, but I don't want to be charged. Honorable Minister, you are welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning. How are we today? Journalists. That was deliberate. Yeah, thank you very much. join. Thank you for inviting us. When the director of ceremonies was saying that those that are coming here for the first time, I'm one of them. And I'm happy that you've been welcomed. I'm one of them. I should also recognize you, director of ceremonies, before I'm kicked out of the podium. So I needed to pay Ule Mukuriwa, director of ceremonies. Let me also recognize senior management and staff of wonderful group of companies. I want to thank you most sincerely for thinking my ministry to be part of this important event. I recognize our chairperson for the National Arts Council, Zambia, with your director and others. I recognize all of you. Distinguished partners, athletes and participants, I recognize all of you. Let me also recognize presidents and representatives of national federations. I recognize you, ZA President. Thank you very much. I recognize ZAM President and your vice. That's your vice, isn't it? I'm able to see him from afar. Yes, your vice. Thank you. And others that are in your team. I also recognize the Lusaka Fitness Squad being headed by the President. If you have also others with you, I recognize all of them. Our colleagues from the media, thank you for always being with us. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I know today we are talking about the marathon, but I think allow me just to talk about how wonderful group of companies have been. Yes, it could be, we may be talking about the girl child, we may talk also about the woman and Zambia. But I think it is important for me to appreciate what wonderful group of companies have done to Zambia, and especially to the young people of this republic. Today, as I'm speaking to you now, they have employed about 7,000, in fact it's more than 7,000 people that are working with the group. And I believe that 95% of those that have been employed are young people. So that is the excitement that I should express to that as we start producing urea on the 26th of April, another 1,000 plus will be employed. My interest is the young people. 95% of those again that will be employed will be young people. workers are those who will be working under a wonderful group of companies, teachers? The answer is no. So when we are talking about job creation, this is what we talk about. I think our role as your government is just to create an enabling environment for the private sector to thrive. Then we leave other things now to fall into play, jobs and other things. That's how you reduce poverty. That's how you reduce poverty. If people are able to get jobs, get a salary, then poverty is also being reduced. So we are very thankful and we'll continue thanking you for what you are doing. Don't even be surprised. Some people might even ask a question. No, the gaining of the kwacha is cosmetic. No, it's not. Why should it be cosmetic and yet we are producing? You can only grow your economy if you are producing and you are able to export. So we should never be allergic to exports, because the exports will give us the much needed forex. Obviously, the kwacha will continue gaining. So with the expansion of Wonderful Group, with the exporting of fertilizer, with the exporting of silk, with the exporting of towels, definitely what do you expect? The kwacha should continue appreciating. So this is not by accident. So we should continue thanking you, Deputy CEO, for what you are doing, for stabilizing our economy. And the President has been on record that when you export, that's when you can grow the economy. When the economy grows, it takes care of the sick, it takes care of the vulnerable, it also takes care of the odd. So don't be surprised. The economy is growing. Yesterday I was listening to Secretary of Treasury from 18 billion to now about $33 billion. That's how we have grown as an economy. What does that mean? More people now should be benefiting from social cash transfer. That's how it works. So I thought I should mention that because we have very wonderful people in this room and a wonderful group of companies that have made it possible for us now to take care of the sick, because you have made it possible for us to grow this economy. So thank you very, very much. Having said that, it is indeed now my honor and privilege as I join you today at this important launch of the 2026 Wonderful Marathon. I remember, I think we met, is it Taonga? What's your name? Rachel. What's the other name? Tanga. Oh, Tanga, yes. I was looking for Tanga. I think we had a discussion, I think we met somewhere, where I was also proposing something that you've been thinking about. That I think Wonderful also should. Press. That's how this government is committing itself to these important gatherings. So this initiative indeed demonstrates how sport can be used as a platform for advocacy and also for inclusion. Obviously, it can also be looked at as a national development, while also recognizing that events such as this are the heartbeats for social and economic transformation, with the power to build, the power to encourage others to also be part. innovate, and also dedication to vision. Allow me to commend Wonderful Group for implementing this important initiative, because this marathon is not merely about physical endurance, it is also about collective responsibility, empowerment, and also shaping the future of our country. As Minister responsible for sport, I firmly believe that sport is one of the most effective tools for building resilience, leadership, and instilling confidence and unity, as indicated by ZAM President. Definitely, when you talk of sport, it's a unifier. Sometimes we even forget about our respective political parties when we are cheering people who are running, when we are cheering people who are playing football. We only cheer. We don't say, I'm cheering you and I'm coming from this political party. We forget about those things until after the game has ended. That's when we get back to where we are supposed to be. So, so indeed, sport unifies. And I've also liked what the President of Zambia said as we approach 13th August this year. You know what will be happening. I think ZAM should also up their game by sensitizing young people, even the elderly, through songs that does not pay to get involved in violent activities. Let's just argue on policies, ideas. We should not get physical. Why? My elections, so please continue highlighting why it is important not to get to physical confrontations. So thank you very much. I believe these are values that extend beyond the track and also into the fabric of our nation. The theme of this marathon, for the child, for the girl child, for the woman, for Zambia, speaks directly to our national priorities. For the girl child, sport represents opportunities. It provides a safe and empowering space where young girls can build confidence, develop leadership skills, and also realize their potential. When we empower a girl child, we are securing the future of our country. And indeed, this resonates well with the youth, the theme that we are having for our Youth Week. Arise and soar. It is in tandem with, I think, this theme. Because the girl child is also a lot of them are youth. Them to get out of where they are and be counted. For the woman, this initiative promotes wellness, visibility, and participation. Women are very, very central to the strength of our families, our communities, and also our economy. Supporting women through initiatives such as this strengthens the nation as a whole. This also resonates well with their theme of this year: rights, justice, action. Than now. So as we continue commemorating the 2026 Women's Month, under the theme which I correctly said, rights, justice, action for all women and girls, This initiative reinforces our shared commitment to advancing the well-being and empowerment of women and girls across the country. As government, we strongly encourage the private sector to actively participate in national development initiatives such as this launch and the outcomes to follow. I wish to highlight that public-private partnerships are a critical approach to driving sustainable impact, and we all agree that government alone cannot achieve all developmental goals. We welcome corporate institutions that step forward to invest in youth, that step forward to invest in sport and arts, and also in social advocacy. I'm very glad to note that wonderful group of companies has demonstrated leadership in this regard, and we encourage more companies to emulate this example by supporting platforms that uplift and empower vulnerable groups. I therefore call upon communities, corporate entities, development partners, civil society organizations, and individuals across Zambia to come on board and support this important marathon. Register, sponsor, and also participate. You not only participate, you can also advocate. Let us stand and move together for a girl child and women. To the young people of this country, I urge you to seize opportunities such as this. And these are the platforms that the young people have been crying for. We need opportunities. We need opportunities. And this government is trying by all means to create such platforms. We just created, in the last 1 week, we created a lot of platforms where we are bridging the information gap by young people interacting with the policymakers, by young people interacting with the policy implementers. We have created a lot of platforms. The Indabas, the careers fairs, entrepreneurship fairs, community service, even the launch itself, which was graced by our powerful ZAM members at Piazza there. So these are platforms that we are creating. Town hall meetings where we bring in all these private sector players, policy makers again, implementers, so that they talk to these young people the opportunities that lies in each and every ministry. So I think on that one, we have really accelerated the creation of platforms where these young people can interact with who they want to interact with, so that they can grow and also secure their future. So, as I said, we need to stand together for the girl child. Indeed, it is very, very important. But after creating all these opportunities, my call to these young people is to continue being disciplined, because discipline is the cornerstone of every person who would want to excel. So, as we participate, let's also make sure that we remain disciplined. We are determined, and also, obviously, we should be very, very proud of all these opportunities that are coming our way. As you know, that a healthy nation is a productive nation, and every step you take today is a step forward, a stronger, more disciplined future for Zambia. And indeed, this launch marks the beginning of a collective effort. With this, I want to say, may you be inspired. May this change our lives and also perspectives, and make a difference for the girl child, for the woman, and also for our country, Zambia. It is indeed now my distinct honor and privilege to officially launch the 2026 Wonderful Marathon. I thank you. You want me to continue speaking? Thank you for your kind attention. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for the Honorable. The very youthful Honorable Minister also. We love you as the young people because we feel like you're just one of us. So thank you for being youthful, and also thank you for thanking the wonderful group. You have always opened your doors for us. Even last year you hosted us in your office when we sponsored the Ngoma Awards. So Honorable Minister, thank you very much. At this point, I would just like to call Mr. Mseteka, who's the Group Secretary, to come and give his closing remarks. After the closing remarks, we will go ahead and get some group photos, and we'll head downstairs for some networking and some coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chikoni Banda, and I have been your Director of Programs, Mr. Mseteka.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. The Honorable Minister, Mr. Kandu, the PS for Lusaka, Engineer Joe Kalusa, ZAM President, Lusaka Fitness Squad President, the press, government officials. Simply put, allow me, Honorable Minister, to ride on the protocols already established. Honorable Minister, it's quite gratifying to see you and hear your kind words on wonderful group, and to also see your commitment, having been in Solwezi yesterday and you're in Lusaka today. It's quite unprecedented, and we thank you very much for that. On behalf of Wonderful Group, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to all of you for honoring us with your presence today. Your attendance does not merely mark participation, it signifies alignment. It demonstrates a shared commitment between government, institutions, the private sector, to support initiatives that carry purpose and national relevance. As we launch the wonderful marathon, we do so with confidence that the leadership and associations represented in this room will help guide this platform towards continuity and impact. We thank you for standing with us as we begin this journey. Let us come out in numbers for the girl child, for the woman, and for Zambia. Thank you very much.